Your attitude is the golden key that unlocks the doors to everything you desire. For over 4 decades, I've devoted my life to unraveling the invisible threads that weave the tapestry of human destiny, the thoughts that spark creation, the choices that carve paths, the inner fire that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Of all the truths I've uncovered, one shines as the cornerstone, a truth so simple, yet so profound it can reshape your life in a single heartbeat. Your attitude determines your destiny. It's not your circumstances, not your talents, not the shadows of your past. It's the way you choose to see the world, the lens through which you view every challenge, every opportunity, every fleeting moment of your existence. Attitude is the magic that rewires your mind for success, the spark that ignites a path to a life of purpose, achievement, and radiant joy. Today, I'm here to share with you the magic of attitude, how to rewire your mind for success. This is not just a speech, it's a clarion call to awaken, a challenge to rise, an invitation to seize the one power you can always wield, your attitude. I've witnessed lives reborn, dreams realized, and legacies etched in the stars, all because ordinary people chose to shift their mindset, to see possibility where others saw barriers, to soar where others faltered. If you're ready to rethink your life, to unlock the boundless potential burning within you, to build a future that reflects the greatness you were born to claim, stay with me. We're about to embark on a transformative journey to explore the magic of attitude, how it shapes your thoughts, fuels your actions, sculpts your reality, and weaves a legacy that echoes through eternity. This is Earl Nightingale, and I'm here to guide you, to inspire you, to believe in you as you step boldly into a life that shines. Let's begin, my friend, and let the magic of attitude light your way to a destiny you were born to live. Before we dive into the heart of attitude, let's pause to see it as a mirror, reflecting the inner world you carry and projecting it onto the canvas of your life. Attitude is not a fleeting mood or a shallow reaction. It's the essence of your mental being, the core of how you interpret the world, the foundation of every thought you nurture, every action you take. It's the tone of your inner voice, the rhythm of your soul, the energy you radiate in the quiet moments when you face life's triumphs, trials, and dreams. Your attitude is forged in the crucible of your beliefs, shaped by the stories you tell yourself, tempered by the choices you make when the world is watching and when it's silent. It's the mirror that reflects your inner truth, and that reflection shapes what you see, what you do, what you become. Imagine your mind as a vast gallery, my friend, and your attitude as the mirror that hangs at its center. A negative attitude is a clouded mirror, distorted by doubt, fear, and limitation, reflecting a world of I can't, it's too hard, why me? The image is dim, the colors muted, and the result is a life that echoes that reflection. Small, confined, unfulfilled, a gallery of regrets. A positive attitude is a clear, radiant mirror, polished by hope, resilience, and growth, reflecting a world of I can try, I'll find a way, this is my moment. The image is vibrant, the colors alive, and the result is a life that expands. Opportunities bloom, dreams take form, your potential shines like a masterpiece. As I've taught for decades, we become what we think about most of the time, and your attitude determines what you think. It's the mirror that shapes the gallery, the reflection that builds your reality, the magic that crafts your destiny. Why does this matter so deeply? Because your attitude is your ultimate power, the one force you can control when the world feels chaotic, when circumstances seem insurmountable, when doubt creeps like a thief. You may not control the storms of life, the economy, your upbringing, the judgments of others, but you always control your attitude. the mirror that reflects your truth, the lens that shapes your vision. That choice is your freedom, your strength, your magic. Let's explore how this mirror works, how attitude transforms your thoughts, ignites your actions, and creates a life that radiates, and how you can harness it to rewire your mind for success. Attitude is the way you approach the symphony of life, the mental stance you take toward every note of experience, every chord of challenge, every melody of opportunity. It's not a fleeting emotion or a surface reaction. It's a deep-seated habit of mind, a deliberate choice of perspective, a radiant energy that defines how you engage with the world's music. Attitude is the difference between hearing a problem as a discordant crash or a call to create, a failure as a final note or a pause to learn, a dream as a distant echo or a song to sing. It's the inner compass that guides your thoughts, the spark that kindles your actions, the conductor that orchestrates the symphony of your reality. To grasp the depth of attitude, picture your mind as a lighthouse, casting its beam across the seas of life. A negative attitude is a dim, flickering light, clouded by doubt, fear, and complaint. A weak beam of "I can't, it's too hard, life's unfair." The light barely reaches the shore, the path is shadowed, and the result is a life adrift, small, lost, unfulfilled, a shipwreck of regrets. A positive attitude is a brilliant, steady light, radiant with possibility, resilience, and growth. A powerful beam of, "I can try, I'll find a way, this is my journey." The light pierces the darkness, the path is clear, and the result is a life that sails. Opportunities rise, dreams anchor, your potential shines like a star. Your attitude sets the beam, and your life is the voyage, guided by the light you choose to cast. But attitude is more than a mindset. It's a creative force, a living power that shapes your reality with the precision of a poet's pen. It's the lens through which you view the world, and that lens colors everything: your decisions, your relationships, your achievements, your legacy. A positive attitude doesn't deny life's storms. It transforms them, turning obstacles into bridges, setbacks into lessons, dreams into destinies. A negative attitude doesn't create storms. It magnifies them, turning possibilities into impossibilities, efforts into failures, hope into despair. As I've said for years, we become what we think about most of the time, and your attitude is the spark that lights those thoughts, the engine that drives your life forward or holds it back, the mirror that reflects your truth to the world. Let's deepen this with a metaphor from art. Your attitude is like a painter's brush, and your life is the canvas. A negative attitude wields a brush dipped in dark hues, doubt, fear, limitation, painting a canvas of "I can't, it's not worth trying, I'm not enough." The result is a life muted, unfinished, a sketch of what could have been. A positive attitude wields a brush dipped in vibrant colors, hope, resilience, possibility, painting a canvas of "I can grow, I'll keep going, I'm enough." The result is a life vivid, bold, a masterpiece of achievement, purpose, and joy. Your attitude doesn't change the canvas. It changes how you paint, what you create, how you live. You are the artist, and your attitude is the brush you choose. Why is attitude so profoundly powerful? Because it's the fire within, the first flame in a chain reaction that builds your life, a blaze that begins in the quiet of your mind and spreads to shape your world. Your attitude ignites your thoughts fuel your actions forge your habits shape your character, and your character crafts your destiny. A positive attitude kindles a fire of possibility. I can learn, I can grow, I can succeed. Those thoughts spark actions, effort, persistence, creativity. that form habits of excellence, resilience, and growth. Those habits build a character of strength and purpose, leading to a destiny of achievement, meaning, and joy. A negative attitude smothers the fire with ashes of limitation. I'll fail. It's too hard. I'm not enough. Those thoughts lead to inaction, hesitation, or half-hearted efforts, forming habits of doubt, procrastination, and retreat. Those habits build a character of regret, leading to a destiny of missed opportunities and unfulfilled dreams. Your attitude is the fire that starts the chain, the key that unlocks your future, the magic that shapes your life. Let me illuminate this fire with a story from history, one that burns brightly in the human story. Henry Ford, the visionary who brought automobiles to the masses, faced a world of obstacles, scarce resources, a skeptical industry, early designs that crumbled like sandcastles. Most would have let their fire die, their attitude chilled by doubt, thinking, "It's impossible. I'm outmatched. I should surrender." Ford's attitude was a roaring blaze of optimism and determination. He saw every failure as kindling, every critic as fuel, every barrier as a spark to ignite his resolve. When experts declared, "You can't mass-produce cars affordably," Ford's attitude blazed, "I'll find a way, no matter the cost, no matter the years." His attitude ignited his thoughts. Innovation is possible. Persistence will triumph. And his thoughts fueled his actions. Relentless experiments, bold designs, the creation of the assembly line. Those actions became habits of innovation and grit, building a character of vision and resilience, leading to the Model T, a car that transformed the world. Ford's character shaped his destiny, a legacy of progress that reshaped industry and mobility. His attitude didn't change his circumstances, it changed him, his thoughts, his actions, his reality. Ford became what he thought about, and his attitude determined what he thought. Innovation, persistence, success. Contrast this with a story I witnessed in the 1960s. A man named George, a salesman in Chicago with a gift for connection and a spark of potential. George had charisma, a quick wit, and the raw material to lead, but his attitude was a cold ember. Every rejection was a gust that snuffed his fire. Every tough day, proof that life was rigged. Every goal a flicker too weak to sustain. "Why bother?" he'd mutter, his voice heavy with defeat, his eyes clouded with resignation. His negative attitude shaped his thoughts. "I'll never make it. It's not worth the fight." And his thoughts shaped his actions. Minimal effort, missed opportunities, a career that languished in the shadows. Those actions became habits of avoidance and excuse, building a character of regret, leading to a destiny of if only, a life of untapped talent, buried dreams, a fire that never burned. Decades later, George was still a salesman, his potential a whisper, his legacy a shadow, his attitude a chain he never broke. His attitude didn't diminish his skills. It diminished his courage, his choices, his future. These stories reveal a universal law, a truth etched in the fire of human experience. Your attitude is the flame that sets everything in motion. It's the mirror that reflects your thoughts, the fuel that drives your actions, the forge that shapes your habits, the architect that builds your character, the artist that paints your destiny. A positive attitude lights the way, creates possibilities, builds bridges to your dreams, forges a life of meaning. A negative attitude dims the path, blinds you to opportunities, traps you in cycles of regret, confines you to a life half-lived. You become what you think about, and your attitude determines what you think. Every moment, every choice, every day. Let's pause to reflect on the courage at the heart of attitude, the bravery it takes to choose your mindset in a world that tempts you to doubt, to fear, to settle. Life will throw storms your way. Financial strain, personal loss, dreams that feel too vast. And the easy path is to let negativity take hold, to let your fire flicker, to tune your mind to I can't and why me. But you listening now are not here for the easy path. You're here because you feel the fire within, because you dare to choose differently, to tune your mind to possibility, to live with intention, to paint your canvas with bold strokes. Choosing a positive attitude is an act of courage, a declaration that you are stronger than your challenges, bigger than your fears, worthy of your dreams. Every story we'll explore, every step we'll take, is a testament to that courage. The courage to choose your attitude, to shape your thoughts, to build a life that shines. Let's bring the magic of attitude to life with stories of ordinary people who transformed their lives by choosing a new mindset. Stories that prove this power is not reserved for legends, but available to you, right here, right now. I met a woman named Clara in the 1970s, a schoolteacher in Ohio whose life was a quiet routine of grading papers, lesson plans, and solitary evenings, her spirit dimmed by the weight of monotony. Clara dreamed of writing children's books, stories that could spark imagination, teach kindness, and live beyond her years. But her attitude was a heavy veil. I'm not a real writer, she thought, her voice barely audible, her heart heavy. I'm too old, it's too late, I'll fail, and the world will scorn me. Her negative attitude shaped her thoughts. My dream is a fantasy, and her thoughts shaped her reality. A life confined, a dream deferred, a fire unlit. One day, Clara heard my radio broadcast about the power of attitude, and it struck her like a sunrise, piercing the veil of doubt. She chose a new attitude. I can try, I can learn, I can create. That attitude reshaped her thoughts. My age is wisdom. My inexperience is a chance to grow. And her thoughts sparked actions. She began writing 1 page a day. Her kitchen table her sanctuary. Her heart her muse. Her courage her flame. She faced rejections from publishers. Long nights of revision. Moments when doubt crept back. But her attitude held firm. A lighthouse in the storm. Within 10 years, Clara published 3 children's books, modest in sales but profound in impact, touching thousands of young lives with lessons of hope, courage, and wonder. Her attitude didn't change her talent. It changed her thoughts, her actions, her life, her legacy. Now, let's turn to Oprah Winfrey, a woman whose life is a beacon of the power of attitude. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, facing abuse, racism, and barriers that would have extinguished most, Oprah could have chosen a negative attitude, seeing her circumstances as a prison, her pain as a verdict. Instead, she adopted an attitude of resilience, possibility, and purpose. I can learn, I can rise, I can make a difference. That attitude shaped her thoughts, driving her to devour books in a tattered library, to pursue education against all odds, to seize every opportunity, no matter how small. When she was fired from an early TV job, her attitude didn't let her crumble. She saw it as a detour, a chance to find her true calling. That calling led to the Oprah Winfrey Show, a media empire that inspired millions, a legacy of empowerment that changed the world. Every setback, a failed project, a public criticism, was a lesson. Every challenge a stepping stone. Oprah's attitude didn't erase her past. It transformed her thoughts, her actions, her impact. She became what she thought about, and her attitude determined what she thought. Growth, service, greatness. But not every story ends in triumph, and we must face the cost of a negative attitude. I knew a man named Tom in the 1980s, a factory worker in Detroit with a gift for mechanics and a dream to start his own repair shop. Tom had the skills, the vision, the raw material for success, But his attitude was a cold shadow. The economy's bad. I'm not educated. I'll fail, and everyone will see me fall. His negative attitude shaped his thoughts. It's not worth trying. I'm stuck forever. And his thoughts shaped his reality. A job he despised, a dream he buried, a life of quiet regret. Decades later, Tom was still on the factory floor, his tools gathering dust, his potential a faint echo, his attitude a prison he never escaped. His attitude didn't diminish his skills. It diminished his courage, his choices, his future. Let's add another story. A woman named Sarah I met in the 1990s. A single mother in Cleveland working as a cashier. Her days a relentless cycle of long shifts, tight budgets, and sleepless nights. Sarah dreamed of starting a catering business, filling her community with the warmth of her cooking, the joy of shared meals. But her attitude was heavy with doubt. I'm too tired, too broke, too ordinary to do anything big. Her dream felt like a cruel mirage, her life a treadmill of survival. One day, Sarah attended a talk where I spoke about attitude, and it woke her like a trumpet's call. She chose a new attitude. I can start small. I can learn. I can build something meaningful. That attitude reshaped her thoughts. I'm capable. I'm growing. I'm enough. And her thoughts sparked actions. She began catering small events, cooking in her cramped kitchen, saving every penny, perfecting recipes passed down from her grandmother. She faced setbacks, burnt dishes, skeptical clients, moments of exhaustion, but her attitude kept her going, a steady flame in the storm. Within 5 years, Sarah's catering company employed 12 people, serving weddings and celebrations across the city. Her life a testament to the magic of attitude. Her attitude didn't change her circumstances. It changed her, her thoughts, her reality, her legacy. Another story. A man named James I met in the 2000s, a young graphic designer in Seattle with a flair for creativity, but a mindset mired in negativity. James dreamed of launching his own design studio, but his attitude was a litany of excuses. I'm not as good as the big firms. I don't have connections. I'll never break through. His negative attitude shaped his thoughts. Why try? I'll only fail. And his thoughts shaped his reality. Freelance gigs that paid the bills but starved his soul. A dream deferred. A life of someday. One day, James heard this truth about attitude, and it hit him like a wake-up call. He chose a new attitude. I can improve. I can connect. I can create something unique. That attitude reshaped his thoughts, driving him to build a portfolio, network with local businesses, and pitch his work with courage. Within 3 years, James's studio was thriving, designing for clients nationwide, his life a canvas of creativity and purpose. His attitude didn't change his talent. It changed his thoughts, his actions, his destiny. Finally, let's meet Emily, a nurse I encountered in the 2010s, working long hours in a Chicago hospital, her heart heavy with burnout. Emily dreamed of starting a community health program to teach wellness to underserved families, but her attitude was clouded. I'm too exhausted. I don't have the resources. I'm just one person. Her dream felt impossible, her life a cycle of fatigue. One day, Emily read one of my books on attitude, and it lit a spark. She chose a new attitude. I can start small. I can learn. I can make a difference. That attitude reshaped her thoughts, driving her to research community programs, partner with local clinics, and launch a small workshop. She faced challenges, limited funding, skeptical colleagues, but her attitude kept her steady. Within 4 years, Emily's program served hundreds of families, her life a beacon of service and hope. Her attitude didn't change her workload. It changed her thoughts, her actions, her impact. Clara, Oprah, Tom, Sarah, James, and Emily teach us. Your attitude is your choice, and your choice is your power. Choose a positive attitude, and you choose a life of possibility, growth, and impact. Choose a negative attitude, and you choose a life of limitation, regret, and unfulfilled dreams. You become what you think about, and your attitude determines what you think, every moment, every choice, every day. History is a tapestry woven with the threads of giants who mastered the magic of attitude. Their lives proof that this power transcends time, place, and circumstance. Let's revisit Thomas Edison, the inventor whose light bulb illuminated the world. Edison faced over 10,000 failed experiments, each one a potential blow to his spirit, each one a chance to quit. A negative attitude could have extinguished his fire, whispering, "It's impossible, you're a failure, the world's laughing." Edison's attitude was a blaze of curiosity and grit. "I haven't failed. I've found 10,000 ways that don't work." Each failure was kindling, each setback a spark. His attitude shaped his thoughts. "I'm learning. I'm closer. I'll get there." And his thoughts shaped his actions. Tireless experiments, bold innovations, a refusal to surrender. Those actions became habits of persistence, building a character of ingenuity, leading to the light bulb, a discovery that changed humanity's nights into days. Edison's character shaped his destiny, a legacy that still shines, a name synonymous with invention. His attitude didn't erase the failures. It transformed them into progress, his thoughts into reality, his life into greatness. Edison became what he thought about, and his attitude determined what he thought. Persistence, possibility, progress. Now, consider Helen Keller, a woman who lost her sight and hearing as a child, facing a world that seemed an impenetrable void. A negative attitude could have trapped her in despair, whispering, "You're helpless. Life's unfair. There's no hope." Helen's attitude was a beacon of courage and curiosity. "I can learn. I can grow. I can live fully." That attitude shaped her thoughts, driving her to work with her teacher in Sullivan, to master communication through touch, to read, to write, to think. Her thoughts shaped her actions. She earned a college degree, wrote books, spoke to audiences worldwide, advocated for the disabled. Those actions became habits of resilience and service, building a character of inspiration, leading to a destiny that lifted millions. Helen's attitude didn't restore her sight or hearing. It transformed her thoughts, her actions, her impact. She became what she thought about, and her attitude determined what she thought. Resilience, purpose, greatness. Let's revisit Abraham Lincoln, a man whose life was a litany of failures. Lost elections, a failed business, personal tragedies that could have broken his spirit. Lincoln could have chosen a negative attitude, seeing each loss as proof he was unfit, each sorrow as a reason to retreat. Instead, his attitude was one of humility and determination. "I can serve, I can learn, I can lead." That attitude shaped his thoughts, driving him to study law by candlelight, to speak truth in debates, to persist through defeat after defeat. His thoughts shaped his actions. He ran for office again, led a nation through civil war, fought to abolish slavery. Those actions became habits of leadership and justice, building a character of integrity, leading to a destiny that preserved the Union and redefined freedom. Lincoln's attitude didn't erase his failures. It transformed them into lessons, his thoughts into actions, his life into a legacy that endures. He became what he thought about, and his attitude determined what he thought. Service, justice, leadership. Now, consider Maya Angelou, a woman who faced poverty, abuse, and racism, her early years a crucible of pain. A negative attitude could have broken her, whispering, "You're nothing. You'll never rise. The world's against you." Maya's attitude was one of hope and strength. "I can write. I can heal. I can inspire." That attitude shaped her thoughts, driving her to pour her pain into poetry, to tell her story with unflinching truth. Her thoughts shaped her actions. She wrote "I know why the caged bird sings," spoke words that move nations, lived a life of courage and grace. Those actions became habits of creativity and impact, building a character of wisdom, leading to a destiny as a literary icon, a voice for the voiceless. Maya's attitude didn't erase her past. It transformed her thoughts, her actions, her voice. She became what she thought about, and her attitude determined what she thought. Courage, truth, love. Let's add Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison for fighting apartheid, facing injustice that could have hardened his heart. A negative attitude could have consumed him, whispering, "You're defeated. Your cause is lost. Bitterness is your only refuge." Mandela's attitude was one of forgiveness and vision. I can unite. I can heal. I can lead. That attitude shaped his thoughts, driving him to study, to reflect, to prepare for leadership even in a cell. His thoughts shaped his actions. He emerged from prison to negotiate peace, to lead South Africa as its first black president, to build a nation of reconciliation. Those actions became habits of unity and service, building a character of compassion, leading to a destiny that changed history. Mandela's attitude didn't shorten his imprisonment. It transformed his thoughts, his actions, his legacy. He became what he thought about, and his attitude determined what he thought. Freedom, unity, hope. Now, consider Walt Disney, a man whose dreams of animation and theme parks faced relentless skepticism. Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. His early studios bankrupted, his ideas mocked as childish. A negative attitude could have stopped him, whispering, "You're a failure. Your dreams are foolish. Give up." Disney's attitude was one of boundless creativity. I can imagine, I can build, I can inspire. That attitude shaped his thoughts, driving him to create Mickey Mouse, to pioneer animated films, to dream of Disneyland. His thoughts shaped his actions. He persisted through failures, rallied teams, built a magical empire. Those actions became habits of innovation and joy, building a character of vision, leading to a destiny that delights generations. Disney's attitude didn't erase the setbacks. It transformed his thoughts, his actions, his world. He became what he thought about, and his attitude determined what he thought. Imagination, joy, legacy. Let's add Eleanor Roosevelt, a woman who faced personal loss, public scrutiny, and a world that underestimated her. As First Lady and beyond, she could have chosen a negative attitude, seeing her challenges as limits, her role as a cage. Instead, her attitude was one of compassion and action. I can serve, I can speak, I can change. That attitude shaped her thoughts, driving her to advocate for human rights, to write, to inspire. Her thoughts shaped her actions. She championed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, uplifted the marginalized, redefined leadership. Those actions became habits of service and courage, building a character of empathy, leading to a destiny that reshaped global justice. Eleanor's attitude didn't erase her struggles. It transformed her thoughts, her actions, her impact. She became what she thought about, and her attitude determined what she thought. Compassion, justice, change. Finally, consider J.K. Rowling, a woman who faced rejection, poverty, and despair while writing Harry Potter. A negative attitude could have stopped her, whispering, "You're a failure. Your story's worthless. Give up." Rowling's attitude was one of perseverance and belief. I can write. I can dream. I can try again. That attitude shaped her thoughts, driving her to revise, to submit, to believe in her story. Her thoughts shaped her actions. She persisted through 12 rejections, kept writing, and created a world of magic. Those actions became habits of resilience and creativity, building a character of grit, leading to a destiny that enchanted millions. Rowling's attitude didn't erase her struggles. It transformed her thoughts, her actions, her legacy. She became what she thought about, and her attitude determined what she thought. Perseverance, imagination, hope. These giants, Edison, Keller, Lincoln, Angelou, Mandela, Disney, Roosevelt, Rowling, teach us, no matter your circumstances, your attitude is your power. It's the courage to see possibility, the resilience to learn from failure, the vision to rise above limitation. You become what you think about, and your attitude shapes those thoughts, moment by moment, day by day, life by life. Before we move to practical steps, let's reflect on the tapestry your attitude weaves, the way it extends beyond you to create a ripple effect that shapes the world. Your attitude is not a solitary thread. It's a vibrant strand in the tapestry of life, influencing those around you, weaving patterns of inspiration, connection, and change. A positive attitude lifts others, sparking hope in a colleague's heart, igniting ambition in a child's dreams, strengthening a community's resolve. When you choose optimism, you weave a thread of possibility that others follow, creating a fabric of growth and impact. A negative attitude dims others, casting threads of doubt, draining energy, fraying the tapestry with regret. Your attitude is a gift or a burden you share with the world, and its ripples create a legacy far beyond your own life. Think of Clara's books, weaving lessons of courage into young minds. Think of Mandela's unity, stitching a nation together. Think of Rowling's stories, inspiring readers to believe in magic. Think of your own life, the people you love, the teams you lead, the dreams you chase. Your attitude shapes not just your thread, but the entire tapestry. The relationships you nurture, the communities you build, the future you inspire. Choose a positive attitude, and your ripples become waves of transformation, of hope, of greatness. You become what you think about, and your attitude determines what you think, not just for you, but for the world you touch, for the tapestry you weave. How can you harness the magic of attitude to rewire your mind for success? It's not about wishful thinking or fleeting optimism. It's about deliberate, daily choices that reshape your mindset, redirect your thoughts, rebuild your habits, and transform your life. Here's a comprehensive blueprint, a set of practical, proven steps I've seen change lives. Steps you can start today to become what you think about, to weave a tapestry of greatness. Step 1. Observe your inner voice with clarity. For one day, become a poet of your own mind, listening to the verses of your inner voice. When you face a challenge, a tough project, a rejection, a personal struggle, what does it sing? This is too hard, I'll fail. Or, this is a chance to grow, I'll find a way. Take a notebook and write down one negative attitude you catch. I'm not good enough. Life's too unfair. I'll never succeed. Be honest. Face it. See it as a shadow on your canvas, a cloud in your mirror. Then, write down one positive attitude you notice. I can try. I can learn. And celebrate it, even if it's a whisper. For 3 days, continue this practice, noting patterns, deepening your awareness. This clarity is the foundation of change, the first brushstroke on your masterpiece. Step 2. Choose a new attitude with intention. For that negative attitude, replace it with a positive one that empowers you, that lights your path. I'm not good enough becomes I'm capable of learning anything. Life's too unfair becomes every challenge is an opportunity to grow. I'll never succeed becomes I'm building my success step by step. Write this new attitude on a card, in your own hand, with intention, with fire, as if it's already weaving your destiny. Say it aloud 3 times daily, morning, noon, and night, for 30 days, with conviction, with passion, as if it's becoming true, because it is. Pin this card where you'll see it every day. Your bathroom mirror, your phone's lock screen, your desk, the notebook where your dreams live, the place where your eyes linger, where your heart listens, where your soul awakens. Let it sink deep, reshaping your thoughts, tuning your mind to possibility, painting your canvas with light. Step 3. Act on your new attitude with purpose. Thoughts alone are not enough. Your attitude must spark action, must weave the thread of reality into your tapestry. If your new attitude is, I can learn, read 1 page of a book, watch a 10-minute tutorial, ask a mentor a question. If it's, every challenge is an opportunity, tackle a problem with a plan, revise a project, budget $10, have a tough conversation. For 30 days, take one action daily that reflects your new attitude, however small, a call, a task, a moment of courage. Keep a journal of these actions, noting how they felt, what they taught you, how they moved you forward. Each action is a stitch in your tapestry, a step in your dance, a brick in your destiny. After 2 weeks, reflect on one action that felt transformative and double down on it. Make it a habit, a ritual, a cornerstone. Step 4. Surround yourself with inspiration's light. Your attitude is shaped by what you absorb. People, media, environments. A negative friend, a cynical show, a cluttered space can dim your mindset, pulling you back to doubt. Seek out sources that uplift you, that reinforce possibility, that remind you of your power. For 30 days, spend 15 minutes daily with something inspiring. A biography of someone like Oprah or Roosevelt, a podcast on personal growth, a story of triumph like Clara's or Emily's. Read a page, listen to a talk, reflect on a lesson. Write down one insight from each session, one spark that fuels your attitude, one thread that brightens your tapestry. Let these sources be the wind in your sails, the light in your mirror, the fire in your heart. After 30 days, choose one source to revisit monthly, anchoring your mindset for the long term. Step 5. Reflect and refine your mindset with wisdom. Each week, set aside 15 minutes to reflect on your attitude's impact, like an artist stepping back from the canvas. Ask yourself, how did my attitude shape my thoughts this week? My actions? My results? Write down one win, a moment your positive attitude opened a door, solved a problem, lifted your spirit. Write down one area to improve, a moment you slipped into negativity, and how you'll choose differently next time. For 30 days, refine your attitude, building a habit of mind that leads to success. Keep a journal of these reflections, a living record of your growth, a map of your journey. At the end of 30 days, read your entries, noting patterns, celebrating progress, setting a new intention for the next 30 days. This reflection is your wisdom, your compass, your guide. Step 6. Share your attitude's magic with generosity. The power of attitude grows when you share it, when you lift others with your mindset, when you weave their threads into your tapestry. For 30 days, share your new attitude with someone, a friend who's stuck, a colleague who's doubting, a family member who's dreaming, a stranger who needs hope. Tell them, I'm choosing to see challenges as opportunities, or I'm learning to believe in my potential. Share a story, Clara's books, Mandela's forgiveness, Rowling's persistence, your own small wins. Inspire them to shift their attitude, to tune their mind to possibility, to dance their own dance. Write down one moment of sharing each week, noting how it felt, how it strengthened your own mindset, how it built a bridge to others. When you share, you reinforce your attitude. You create a community of growth. You forge a legacy of inspiration that echoes beyond your years. Step 7. Create daily rituals for sustainability. To make your attitude a lifelong habit, weave it into the fabric of your day with rituals that anchor your mindset, that keep your fire burning. Each morning, spend 5 minutes visualizing your new attitude in action. See yourself tackling a challenge with confidence, seizing an opportunity with courage, living your dream with purpose. Picture the details, the smile on your face, the strength in your step, the light in your eyes. Each evening, spend 5 minutes reflecting on one moment your attitude made a difference, a conversation, a decision, a step forward. Write down one insight from each ritual, building a collection of truths that guide you. For 30 days, practice these rituals, letting them become the heartbeat of your mindset, the rhythm of your growth. After 30 days, refine one ritual. Add music, a walk, a prayer, to make it uniquely yours, a sustainable anchor for your attitude. Step 8. Build a long-term vision for your attitude. Your attitude is not just for today. It's for a lifetime, a legacy, a destiny. After 30 days, set aside 30 minutes to envision your attitude's impact over the next year, 5 years, decade. Ask, what life will my positive attitude create? What dreams will it bring to life? What legacy will it weave? Write a letter to your future self, describing the person you're becoming, the tapestry you're weaving, the ripples you're creating. Seal it and open it in 1 year, reflecting on your growth, recommitting to your attitude. This vision is your horizon, your star, your eternal guide. These steps form a blueprint for transformation, a path to rewire your mind, reshape your thoughts, rebuild your habits, and weave a tapestry of greatness. They require discipline, courage, a commitment to choose your attitude daily, to dance the dance of possibility, to paint your canvas with light. I've seen them work in Clara's stories, Sarah's business, Oprah's empire, Mandela's unity, my own journey. Your attitude is your power, and this blueprint is your guide. Start today, follow it faithfully, and watch your life bloom, your dreams take flight, your legacy unfold. Let's pause to reflect on the horizon of possibility, the eternal dance that defines the magic of attitude across a lifetime. Choosing a positive attitude is not a single act. It's an eternal dance, a daily, hourly, moment-by-moment practice of tuning your mind to possibility, of stepping into each challenge with purpose, of rising each time you fall. Life will test you, doubt will return, old patterns will whisper, go back, stay small, give up. But each moment is a new chance to choose your attitude, to set the frequency of your thoughts, to choreograph the dance of your destiny. Every challenge, a tight deadline, a personal loss, a bold dream, is a stage for this dance, a chance to practice resilience, to choose growth, to shine. I'll share a personal story to illuminate this eternal dance. In the early days of my radio career, I faced a moment that could have ended my path. My show was new, listeners were few, and critics were relentless. You'll never stand out. You're just another voice in a crowded world. Your ideas are too simple. My attitude could have faltered, whispering, "They're right. I'm not enough. I should quit." Instead, I chose an attitude of persistence and purpose. I can improve. I can connect. I can make a difference. That attitude shaped my thoughts, driving me to study great speakers, refine my message, pour my heart into every broadcast. Each day was a step in the dance. Some days I soared, some days I stumbled, but I kept moving, kept choosing, kept growing. The result? A career that reached millions, a legacy that endures, a life that matters. My attitude didn't silence the critics, It transformed me, my thoughts, my actions, my reality. The dance was eternal, and each step was a choice, a brushstroke, a spark. This dance is yours to master, yours to live. Each moment, you choose the steps, possibility or limitation, courage or fear, growth or stagnation. Your attitude is the music, your thoughts the rhythm, your actions the movement, your habits the pattern, your character the story. Dance boldly, my friend, and let your life become a masterpiece, a performance that inspires, a legacy that endures, a light that never fades. Before we reach our final call to action, let's reflect on the tapestry of your life, the eternal legacy your attitude weaves. Your attitude is not just for today. It's the thread that binds your past, present, and future, the light that shines on those you love, the spark that ignites those you meet, the dreams you bring to life for generations to come. A positive attitude weaves a tapestry of inspiration, of impact, of greatness. When you choose possibility, you lift a colleague's spirit, spark a child's ambition, strengthen a community's hope, weave a thread that others follow. When you choose resilience, you show others they can rise, too, that setbacks are not endings but beginnings. When you choose purpose, you create a ripple that echoes through time, a wave that carries your light to shores you'll never see, a tapestry that tells a story of courage, growth, and love. Your attitude is your gift to the world, your contribution to the human story, your legacy etched in the hearts you touch, the lives you change, the future you shape. Think of Clara's books, teaching children to dream. Think of Mandela's unity, healing a nation. Think of Rowling's stories, inspiring readers to believe. Think of your own life, the people you love, the teams you lead, the dreams you chase, the difference you can make. Your attitude shapes that tapestry, moment by moment, choice by choice, thread by thread. You become what you think about, and your attitude determines what you think, not just for you, but for the world you touch, for the legacy you weave, for the story you write in the stars. My friends, we've journeyed through the magic of attitude, the golden key that unlocks the life you desire, the spark that rewires your mind for success, the fire that ignites your thoughts, fuels your actions, forges your habits, builds your character, and weaves your destiny. We've seen it in Henry Ford's innovation, Thomas Edison's persistence, Helen Keller's courage, Abraham Lincoln's leadership, Maya Angelou's truth, Nelson Mandela's unity, Walt Disney's imagination, Eleanor Roosevelt's compassion, J.K. Rowling's perseverance, Oprah Winfrey's triumph, Clara's stories, Sarah's business, James's creativity, Emily's service, and even in my own path. These stories, these truths, are proof. Your attitude is your greatest asset, the mirror that reflects your thoughts, the engine that drives your actions, the architect that crafts your habits, the artist that paints your character, the weaver that shapes your reality. You become what you think about most of the time, and your attitude determines what you think. Every moment, every choice, every day, every life. Now, the choice is yours, and it's the most profound, most sacred, most eternal choice you'll ever make. Will you let a negative attitude limit you, dimming your fire, clouding your mirror, tuning your mind to doubt, fear, and I can't, casting shadows on your dreams, fraying your tapestry? Or will you choose a positive attitude, igniting your fire, polishing your mirror, tuning your mind to possibility, resilience, and I will, shining light on your path, weaving a tapestry of greatness? The world is full of storms, tight budgets, tough bosses, broken dreams, moments of doubt. But it's also full of opportunities, and your attitude decides what you see, which you seize, which define you. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator of your reality, a dancer in the eternal dance of mindset, a weaver of a tapestry that shines, a builder of a legacy that endures. Here's what I want you to do right now, in this moment, as you stand at the crossroads of your life, ready to claim a future that radiates with purpose, with achievement, with joy, with eternity. Choose one area of your life where your attitude needs a shift. Your career, your health, your relationships, your dreams, your very sense of self. Take a piece of paper and write down the negative attitude you've held. I'll never get ahead in this job. I'm too tired to get fit. My dreams are too big for someone like me. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not enough. Be honest. Face it. Feel its weight. Let it sit in your hands like a stone you're ready to release. Then, cross it out with a bold, defiant stroke, as if you're breaking a chain, shattering a lie, clearing a cloud from your mirror. Now, write a new attitude that empowers you, that lights your path, that weaves your tapestry. I can take one step forward in my career. I have energy to grow stronger. My dreams are possible, and I'm ready to begin. I am enough, and I am loved. I am capable, and I am growing. Pin this new attitude where you'll see it every day. Your bathroom mirror, your desk, your phone's lock screen, the notebook where your dreams live, the place where your eyes linger, where your heart listens, where your soul awakens, where your fire burns. Say it aloud 3 times daily for 30 days. Morning, noon, and night, with conviction, with fire, with the certainty that it's becoming true, because it is, because it's shaping you, because it's rewriting your story, because it's weaving your legacy. Then, act on it. Make it real. Make it yours. Make it eternal. Today, take one small step that reflects your new attitude. Update your resume. Walk 10 minutes. Sketch a plan for your dream. Call someone you love. Stand taller in your own worth. Smile at your reflection and mean it. For 30 days. Choose your attitude daily. Act on it daily. Reflect on it weekly. Keep a journal of your actions, your wins, your growth. Note how a positive attitude opened a door, solved a problem, lifted your spirit, changed a moment, wove a thread of possibility. Each week, ask, how did my attitude shape my thoughts, my actions, my life, my tapestry? Celebrate your progress, refine your approach, dance the eternal dance of mindset, step by step, day by day, choice by choice. Build rituals to anchor your attitude. Visualize your success each morning. Picture the light in your eyes, the strength in your step. Reflect on your growth each night. Note the spark that carried you. Carry your new attitude like a talisman, a light, a truth, a thread in your tapestry. But don't stop there. Share this magic, spread this light, weave this tapestry with others. Create a ripple that changes the world. For 30 days, share your new attitude with someone you care about. A friend who's stuck, a colleague who's doubting, a family member who's dreaming, a stranger who needs hope, a child who needs a spark. Tell them, you can choose possibility, you can rewire your mind, you can succeed, you can shine. Share a story, Clara's books, Mandela's forgiveness, Rowling's persistence, Oprah's rise, your own small victories, the fire that burns within you. Inspire them to shift their attitude, to tune their mind to growth, to dance their own dance of destiny, to weave their own thread of greatness. Write down one moment of sharing each week, noting how it felt, how it strengthened your own mindset, how it built a bridge to others, how it added a color to your tapestry. When you share, you reinforce your attitude. You create a community of possibility. You forge a legacy of inspiration that echoes beyond your years, that ripples through time, that shines in eternity. Change your attitude, and you'll change your world. It's the simplest, yet most powerful choice you will ever make. The choice to tune your mind to possibility, to dance the eternal dance of mindset, to paint your canvas with light, to weave a tapestry of success, of purpose, of greatness, of love. You are capable of more than you know, stronger than you feel, closer to your dreams than you realize. You are not here by accident. You're here because you're ready, because you're powerful, because you're meant for a life that matters, a legacy that endures, a light that never fades, a tapestry that tells a story of courage, growth, and eternity. The time is now. The person is you. The power is your attitude. Choose it wisely. Live it boldly. Act on it daily. Share it generously. And build a life that radiates with meaning, with impact, with joy, with eternity. This is Earl Nightingale, and I believe in you with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my faith, with all my fire. Begin today, my friend, and let your attitude light the way to a life you were born to live, a life that changes you, that changes others, that changes the world forever.